Good morning. I'm Pastor Corby Johnson from the Safford United Methodist Church in the desert southwest of Arizona. It is really windy here today. The dust is flying in the air and the trees are really getting a workout. I hope it's nice where you are, and I hope you're enjoying the creation. Today is Monday, March 8th, and we are in Proverbs chapter 8, 1 through 11. And the version I'm reading from today is the New International Version. They entitle it Wisdom's Call. And when I think of somebody biblical who has wisdom, Solomon comes to mind. It is believed that Solomon is the person who wrote this proverb, as if wisdom were a woman. Does not wisdom call out? Does not understanding raise her voice? At the highest point along the way, where the paths meet, she takes her stand. Beside the gate leading into the city, at the entrance, she cries aloud. To you, O people, I call out. I raise my voice to all mankind. You who are simple, gain prudence. You who are foolish, set your hearts on it. Listen, for I have trustworthy things to say. I open my lips to speak. I open them to speak what is right. My mouth speaks what is true, for my lips detest wickedness. All the words of my mouth are just. None of them is crooked or perverse. To the discerning, all of them are right. They are upright to those who have found knowledge. Choose my instruction instead of silver, knowledge rather than gold. For wisdom is more precious than rubies, and nothing you desire can compare with her. I don't know if you were singing that song in your head, but I certainly did. Lord, you are more precious than silver. Lord, you are more costly than gold. Lord, you are more beautiful than diamonds, and nothing I desire compares with you. Beautiful. So, if this is your first time, we have 4 sections after we read the scripture. We have an imagine. So I'm inviting you to imagine something, placing yourself in the proverb. And then an activity, choosing something to do that would bring this proverb to mind. An action, what is this proverb asking you to do? And then a focus verse, maybe a verse you can write on your rearview mirror or your bathroom mirror, somewhere where you can see it and feel the richness of the proverb come to life. So our first portion is to imagine. Imagine yourself reading this psalm and owning the gifts that are mentioned. Imagine yourself reading this psalm and owning the gifts that are mentioned. How many of these gifts can you honestly claim to have? That's a thinker, isn't it? And then our action portion is do not give up or be too hard on yourself. The change will not take hold immediately, so be patient with yourself, but be diligent. Be diligent and remind yourself what your hope is. That's a good action for this day, isn't it? Don't give up or be too hard on yourself. Should I say that one again? Don't give up and don't be too hard on yourself. The change will not take hold immediately. When you're trying to change something in your life, it takes a long time. Well, at least it does for me. And I have found that if I put little reminders on my rear view mirror or on my bathroom mirror, on the refrigerator, any place that I keep going to during the day. And it reminds me what I'm trying to do for myself and for everyone that's around me. So don't be too hard on yourself and don't give up. The change will not take hold immediately. So be patient with yourself. Be diligent and remind yourself what your hope is. And then our focus verse today is verse 10 and 11. And the two just snuggled right in together, and I just didn't feel like it was right to separate them. But you can choose what you need to hear for today. Choose my instructions instead of silver, knowledge rather than choice gold. For wisdom is more precious than silver, more precious than rubies, and nothing you desire can compare with her. Our focus verse: choose my instructions instead of silver, knowledge rather than choice gold. For wisdom is more precious than rubies, and nothing you desire can compare with her. That's a thinker for me. My favorite gemstone is a ruby, but there are so many things more precious than rubies. Until we meet again, so glad you came, and you're welcome to invite a friend. God's blessings.